You know, Opie, I think I'm going to put an airline reel. You know those reels that pulls your airlines in? I think I'm going to put one somewhere in the truck. I have an air hose that you put onto the back airlines of your truck, and holy crap, look at that. It's not a zit. I smacked my head there a long time ago, and it just never goes away. But one of those airlines that you hook into your glad hands, I want to put an air system in the truck where it's got a fitting that you just plug the hose into, or even better, a hose reel that has a hose on it. So when you have a low tire out here, I've stopped by 3 truck stops trying to find a working air compressor. None of them have a working air compressor. It just drives me up the wall. I have a good air compressor in the truck here, but if you dig the hose out, you gotta dig it out, you gotta hook it up to your glad hands, and reel it back up. How are you great and amazing, wonderful people doing today? Opie, we have the truck as heavy as we can possibly make it. We need a heavy truck right now. We're gonna bobtail. We're gonna bobtail a good distance, a good chunk of miles. We're gonna bobtail, well, 300 miles. Some trucks are built to bobtail. Then there's the Kenworth with the beautiful Egg 400 suspension, 8 airbags. It's not built to bobtail. I guess I could probably start off with what we're doing today, space that off, and once we get to going down the road, there's really no talking because it's just too loud in the truck. We are heading for Topeka, Kansas, but we're bobtailing. We're gonna run empty, like no trailer, all the way down to Topeka, Kansas, where we're gonna pick up an empty trailer down there, and we're gonna continue empty, but with a trailer, and we're gonna head down to Stinky Town, AKA Dodge City, Kansas, to pick up a load and bring it back up here north. Right now we're stopped by Speedco. We're gonna get an oil change. I do happen to think this might be my last time putting Rotella in the truck. You guys know Amsoil Adam. He's been on this channel before, and well, a couple years ago he hit me up to join the Amsoil team and put Amsoil in the truck. I've been on Rotella for 20 years, and so I'm skeptical to switch oil brands. But I think after today, I think I'm gonna call him up and I'm gonna do it. I don't know why I've been so skeptical to do it, but I think it's time to go ahead and start running some Amsoil in it. She does burn a gallon. If you go over 15,000, it's 2 gallons. So, I don't know, I'm just nervous. Nervous about changing oil brands. You get used to one and you just get stuck with it. Mercy. Come on, bonehead. Opie, come on, man. Let's go.
The dumpster's up here, Dad. I want to smell it.
Nope, you don't get it. Bugs are out in full force today. Wow. But it is a beautiful day. I forgot to tell you guys the temperature out here. Current temperature right now, 61 degrees. I can handle that. One thing I can handle is how much I'm losing my marbles. I make these videos, and I'm usually recording every day, which is a bad thing. I get reminded of just how many paint chips I think my mom let me eat when I was a child. All right, you guys know we're bobtailing, right? Bobtailing means without a trailer. Earlier in the video, I made the statement that it's going to be a rough 300 miles. Well, it's not. It's been a smooth 300 miles. And then on top of that, I think it's just because I run, the only time I bobtail, let's get to it. The only time I bobtail is when I'm running from Mapleton to Sioux City. It's a 50-mile stretch. The roads are horrible and shot. So luckily the road has been smoother and I'm not getting bounced around as much, which is a good and a really bad thing. We're driving down the road. We're running these hills over on 75. And if you guys know the road, it's like this. It's just the rolling hills. Well, I get to a certain point. Come on, Oak, get out of there. There's ticks in there. Come on. I get to a certain point. And I go, man, my truck must have really needed this oil change. This thing is just running on par. She's not screaming at me. She's running smooth up through these hills. I glance into my mirror. And I freak out. I freak out for probably about 2 seconds. It's a short freak out, but I freak out. Thought I lost my trailer. I don't know where to go with that. After telling you guys that, I truly don't know where to go with that. Thought I lost my trailer. It was only 2 seconds, but it went through my head. You're real good at sensing that I wanted to record you, aren't you? Hey, let me take a picture of him today. Maybe we'll use that as the thumbnail. He usually gets pretty stubborn and doesn't want his picture taken, but when the camera comes on, he likes the camera. He really does. He wants that right beside him. In all terms, guys, I mean, you'd feel the trailer come off. So I don't know what I was thinking there. Freaked out. You just have it's like a brain fart. So on the same note, I'm sitting here talking to a few of you, not a whole lot, but a few of you, and telling you that I freaked out because I thought I lost my trailer. It's insane. Look at that. That's pretty Pete right there. Those are LED too. I mean, it can't be the wiring. My wiring here is professional grade. But when you go like this, whoop, see the light underneath there? Come on, come back on. There you go. See that? When you lift the wiring up, it comes on. Oh, no, no, now we're gonna flicker. Nope, down, down. Which way? Makes you shut off. See? Whoop, whoop. If you could possibly stay on, that'd be great, because you're really screwing with me, man. I don't know if it's the lights problem or my wiring problem. I think it's the lights problem, because that wiring, although it does look horrendous and it does look terrible, I actually did all that wiring good. I did it well. Down the line. You know, that offer still stands. If there's any of you that live in the western Iowa area and you want to come just wire, spend a whole day or a weekend wiring on my truck, you come on over. I'd prefer you to have a little bit more experience than me, of course. I don't have much, so it's pretty easy to beat me. There was one gentleman, had a yellow W9 with a bunch of lights, wanted to wire on the truck. Lived in the wrong part of the countryside to make that work, though. Good? Thanks, man. I might actually turn my air conditioner on. It's kind of sticky. I've always wanted to see how accurate these scales are. Holy smokes. See, oh, dang, Opie. You're big. Come here, Opie. What's that say? Can you guys read that? Nope, you can't. That's good. Opie, with both of us on the scale right now. Woo, buddy. 450 pounds. We had to pull off Interstate 70 here at a scale house, closed scale house. I realized I forgot to let the furry little fart box out, so we pulled in here. We're gonna run him just a little bit before we get back on the road. 400 and what'd I say? 440 pounds, Opie? We are hefty. There ain't nothing more American than that right there. You got a big old tank with the American flag in the background. I wish I could explain how quiet it is right now. Other than this weird guy talking to his camera, standing in a gravel lot, it is extremely quiet. A little breeze going. The Kansas 2 lanes have done it again. Every single time. I can be chipper, happy, jumping around, and just giddy. I hit the Kansas 2 lanes and I go into comatose, especially if you're running them in the middle of the night. I wish I could make a 30-minute video of just running across a Kansas 2 lane in the middle of the night, just for someone can experience that. I think once we hit the road here, I'm going to do 2 minutes of it. Just 2 minutes. We're going to run down this highway just to show you how much traffic is out here. I am comatose, but it is awesome. You're by yourself completely. It's isolation at its finest. Are you ready? Huh? You good to go? Okay, let's get back here. All right, come on. changed things up a little bit here since we've been here last. They redid their entire entryway. It looks a lot nicer, but the gal at the guard check says it doesn't work worth a hoot. We're gonna spin back here. We're gonna drop the trailer off like normal. And we're gonna go hook onto a loaded one and on delay out of here. Tell you what, there's two people I'd like to meet right now. That's the fine gentleman that keeps on dropping all of these trailers so low. One back there in Dodge City, or Topeka, we had to wedge our way up and under that one too. This one was unbelievably low. Whoever it is has to hate me. The other person is, what shag driver actually thinks a truck driver can fit down that slot? I get it out without going into that slot. It's ugly, and I'm not putting it on camera. But let's just say, Kurt can't fit in that slot. Just got done texting Mom saying this is where I'm at. Later they tracked me on the Life 360. Just chitter chatting with Mom anyway. She's a night owl like me. Can you see it? That tank we were parked at in Kinsley, Kansas. We came back over here. This is where we're going to spend the night. I'm tired. I want to thank you guys for watching. And as always, stay safe and I'll see you next time. That didn't even sound right. I want to thank you guys for watching. You guys stay safe. And as always, I'll see you next time. Let's go with that. I put you guys in the dark over here. I didn't bring a flashlight to get you. I had to look for you. Next time, could you like just flash a light at me or something to let me know where you're at? I know.